Yeah. Good to see you. Oh, we got. Well, we got to do some praising. Dion, she's mine. Hey, and Jordan don't talk, but no, I do it too.
Beer.
We will.
Hey, how about that, Cowboys?
Breaking news out of Cleveland, where drama is heating up between Jerry Jones, Shedeur Sanders, and Deion Sanders. After the shocking trade of Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones is now desperate to repair his image with the black community, and he thinks grabbing a rising black quarterback like Shedeur Sanders is his golden ticket. Sources say both sides are seriously considering it, as Shedeur Sanders struggles to keep his momentum while Jerry Jones, still embarrassed from a crushing loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in the opener, is feeling the heat like never before.
That's where we are.
But
because a third party, rather than me and Micah, has got to come in. Why? Because he's got to get his fingerprint on it?
Come on, Jerry.
Come on, please. He's got to get his fingerprint on it. You're not talking to the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. You're talking to the general manager of the Cowboys. And so all these teams, owners, may not be involved. But in this case, I am the general manager.
Earlier, there was already major tension between Jerry Jones and black fans after he let Micah Parsons go in a trade with the Packers. Jerry Jones tried to defend himself, but it only made things uglier, and in the end, he was forced to trade him. Jones claimed everything was moving smoothly and they were close to sealing the deal. But then, out of nowhere, Micah Parsons called and told him, "Don't call me anymore." According to Jones, it was Parsons who first reached out, but when they were about to lock it in, he suddenly pulled out, most likely pushed by his agent. Jones says this betrayal was a major blow and created even more bad blood than before.
Micah, don't call me anymore.
He said
so
that
we
to
haven't
you?
called.
Micah Parsons said to you, I don't want you to call me anymore.
Don't call me anymore. Don't call me anymore.
After calling you,
that's correct.
And igniting a negotiation, he turns around and exchanging numbers
and negotiating. Don't call me anymore.
And then he calls you back and said, "Don't call. I don't want you to call me anymore."
The agent calls. He says, "We need to start a negotiation with Micah." Guy says, "Well, we have negotiated. We'll send you over the deal." Proverbially.
Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is sliding down the depth chart, and the growing tension between him and the organization can no longer be hidden. Andrew Berry has been hyping up Dillon Gabriel non-stop, while completely ignoring Shedeur in the process. The divide between the young quarterback and the front office is obvious, and the quarterback rotation has now been turned upside down. In a shocking decision, Berry announced Dillon Gabriel as the new second-string quarterback, pushing Shedeur Sanders down the line. And let's be clear, this isn't just some ordinary move. It's a direct message. Berry even went as far as calling Gabriel the top young player the franchise is building around, leaving no doubt about where his loyalty stands.
Understand it's a little bit of a contrast, but Dillon's been awesome. He is, wise and mature beyond his years. He has outstanding preparation habits. He's very smart, and he fits what we want to do. He's highly accurate, a good decision maker.
On the other side, Chris Canty delivered a bold take, saying Jerry Jones is clearly running his own agenda, one that keeps players in check. Canty argued that Jones is actively fighting back against the rise of player empowerment, as NFL athletes are starting to demand more control over their careers, just like we've already seen happen in the NBA. In Canty's view, Jones has no interest in letting that happen. He wants to hold the power and make sure he's the one dictating the terms at the table, not the players.
Being a part of the Dallas Cowboys. But I do think there is an agenda that Jerry has, and it has nothing to do with football. It has everything to do with pushing back against the resurgence of player empowerment and how NFL players have tried to push the envelope to get closer in partnership with owners, comparable to what we've seen from NBA players and in that league.
Chris Canty went even further, saying that in trying to expose Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones actually exposed himself and his shady tactics. Canty explained that Jones is trying to flex his power in the contract battle, making it clear he wants the final word. But Canty also warned that David Mulugheta, Parsons' agent, isn't about to let that slide. Mulugheta, the same man who secured Deshaun Watson's record-breaking deal with Jimmy Haslam, knows exactly how to go toe-to-toe with owners. Canty stressed that this showdown is bigger than just Parsons. It's part of a larger fight where owners like Jones are desperate to cling to power and keep control over the league.
At some point, someone has to have say over the other. End quote. This is about Jerry Jones asserting his position as the owner and as the tone setter for the National Football League. And it's not only with Micah Parsons in this negotiation for his football team, but it's also with David Mulligetta, his agent, who just so happens to be the man that negotiated the Deshaun Watson contract that every owner in the NFL ridiculed Jimmy Haslam for doling out. They do not want this to be what the NBA has turned into. They want to maintain this power imbalance that they have with the NFL players currently.
Joe Fortenbaugh also jumped in, fully backing Canty's take on the mess. He pointed out that Jerry Jones tried to flex his power by cutting the agent out of the talks. But instead of gaining control, Jones ended up building a wall between both sides. While it was obvious he was just trying to save money, Fortenbaugh argued that his power play only made things spiral out of control. What should have been a quick and simple deal blew up into a heated standoff. Now the entire situation is stuck in limbo, with frustration and tension boiling over and no solution anywhere in sight.
I'll give Jerry a little bit of credit here because it is crafty. I mean, this is a negotiation. You're trying to separate the player from his agent. If you get the agent out of the equation, you might be able to swing the balance of power in your favor. You might be able to save a little bit of money. The problem with that move is once you get outed like he has been now you have to figure out what the next step is because you've escalated in the conflict. And if the other side doesn't take that kindly, which they're not, now we start to get to a point where
the key to putting out this firestorm might actually be Shedeur Sanders signing. With the chaos surrounding Jerry Jones and his team, adding a gifted young quarterback like Shedeur could be the only way to calm the storm. Reports say Dallas is already exploring ways to pull this off. From Stephen A. Smith blasting Jones for his messy handling of Micah Parsons to Chris Canty exposing the owner's agenda to crush player empowerment, it's obvious this drama is far from simple. The heat only rises with the depth chart controversy, where Shedeur Sanders is being shoved aside while Dillon Gabriel is suddenly being crowned the future of the franchise. As this drama keeps dragging on, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys have a chance to ease the chaos by making a bold signing that could settle the storm. Shedeur Sanders, a rising young quarterback, looks like the perfect answer. Bringing him in wouldn't just boost the team's long-term outlook, it would also give Jerry Jones a way to flip the story back in his favor, quiet the growing backlash, and restore some control inside a franchise that's been spiraling in public. With Dallas reportedly exploring ways to bring Shedeur Sanders on board, this could be the turning point that finally ends the chaos. It would shift the spotlight away from the ugly drama and back onto team building and chasing future success. For Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, locking in Shedeur Sanders might be the only way to silence the controversy and set a new direction for the franchise. But here's the real question. Can Jerry Jones actually save face by signing Shedeur Sanders, or has the damage already gone too far to fix? What's your take on this growing power struggle between NFL owners and players? Should players be allowed to flex more leverage over their careers, or is Jerry Jones just clinging to control because he's scared of losing power? And then there's Shedeur Sanders. Does he actually deserve a real shot to lead, or is his slide down the depth chart proof that the team doesn't believe he's ready? The NFL power struggle is real, and Shedeur Sanders might be the key to it all. But will Jerry Jones make the move or let the chaos continue? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the latest updates.